Welcome to Tell Me More for Runner Radio. My name is Trina Wilcox. My guest today is Anna Ray with Anna Ray Hypnosis. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. So, we got to talking one day about some of the stuff that you enjoy doing. And one of those things is hypnosis. And it's very interesting because, first of all, I remember the old TV shows where somebody's clucking like a chicken and you got some stopwatch or something, some pendulum swinging back and forth, and person gazes over. Now, tell me that's not exactly what's going on in these hypnosis rooms.
No, that's not exactly what's going on. A little bit of it. I usually ask my clients, I said, when they ask me, are you going to make me bark like a dog or cluck like a chicken? I'm like, do you want to? Because we could do that. But the secret of it is it takes a much deeper hypnosis to get the people to do silly stuff like that than it
Yeah.
does to get therapeutic results.
What exactly is hypnosis? Is it like an ultimate relaxation? Is it some sort of spiritual connection? What exactly is it?
It's both and more. It's
Okay.
a natural state of the human body, and even some animals do it too. But it's just a natural state that we go in and out of 6 to 10 times a day. And a hypnotist just takes advantage of that and helps elicit it to achieve clinical results.
Interesting. How do we know if we're doing it on our own? Is it something we even recognize?
Not everyone will recognize it. I mean, have you ever driven down the road, got to your destination, and not quite remembered getting there?
Yes. Or like, did I stop at that light? You're kind of on autopilot?
Right. Autopilot is your subconscious mind taking over.
Okay.
95% of your things you do is your subconscious mind doing it. Once you learn it, they put it in subconscious, so your conscious mind is free to do other things.
Okay.
Like, when's the last time you actually thought about putting your pants on, or does it just happen naturally?
Yeah. So, what do people normally come to you for when they think, okay, I need this? How do they know what what it can do and what it can't do?
So any feeling that you want more of, I can help with.
Okay.
Any feeling you want less of, I can help with. The biggest thing people come to me for is stop smoking. That's like the easiest and the most profound. Um, but also too, like anxiety and trauma recovery, or getting over a trauma is a big one. Um, it's my favorite thing to do, because if you heal the world's a better place, because hurt people.
Take me through a scenario where you've helped someone. What's that like for them? Do you always do this one on one? Are there other people around? What's it kind of like?
So it's one-on-one or group, depending on the sensitivity of the subject. If everyone is doing the same thing, like I've done several group weight loss hypnosis where everybody is wanting to work on their weight. So we all, 5, 6, 17, 30 people all work on the same thing at the same time. It doesn't matter to me whether it's 1 or 300 people, I'm doing the same thing. I also do it online too. So
Really? Okay. Do you feel
yeah,
it's easier to do in person?
I feel more soul connected in person because that's important to me, but it's not easier or harder.
Okay. How did you discover that you were interested in hypnosis?
Well, it's kind of a funny story. You know how like God, universe, however you call it, puts paths in front of you.
Yes.
It was just like this kismet path. I've been network marketing for years, for doing direct sales, and one of the girls in my networking group was a hypnotist. And we chatted a little bit, and I showed interest, and so I read a little book. I came back to her and said, "Oh, I read this book. I'm really interested." And she said to me, "There's a training program in St. Louis on this day." And so I'm also a nurse, and I signed a travel nurse contract in St. Louis that same week. And I told her, I'm going to go home and I'm going to manifest this money. And I later on that evening, I received a phone call from the trainer, she had called him and said, I would be so fantastic at this that no matter what you do, you need to get her there. And so I went to the first day of the program. And on that first day, my ex husband paid me $4,000 back child support that he owed me. And I was able to pay for the program and not worry about money.
That had to feel good.
Yeah, yeah.
So what was the course like? What was it like when you went to these sessions? Or was it just a one day?
No, it was a very intensive 10 hours a day for a week.
Okay, tell me about it.
It was actually profound, very life-changing stuff. I mean, so it's kind of a funny story in that too, that part of it, the training, he did examples, brought in people from the outside, and he did a weight loss um, hypnosis on this woman. And instead of actually listening as a clinician, I actually allowed myself into hypnosis to follow along with it. And I'll be gosh darn if I didn't lose 50 pounds in 3 months without trying.
Excellent.
So uh, the training program is basically classroom instruction and hands-on practice with the people that you're in class with.
If someone's thinking they might be interested, what would you tell them?
Um, so if you're interested and you're in the Springfield area, the hypnotists in this area, two of them are two of my best friends. I highly recommend any of them. But also too, there's like comedy hypnosis too, if you're interested in that too. Like you don't have to, you it's can be fun. Hypnosis can be fun. Hypnosis can be therapeutic. Um, if you're interested in it, come talk to me, come talk to one of my colleagues and see where we fit.
What about someone thinking they want to do what you're doing and they want to start the training program? Are there any cautionary wisdom you would say, or would you just encourage them to give it a try?
There are reputable trainers and there are not reputable trainers. Feel free to reach out and I can direct you in the way of several of the reputable ones.
Okay. Um, how often do you see clients, or are you full right now, or
So I tend to book about 2 weeks out.
okay.
Um, it, During busier times, right after New Year's, usually people are getting their resolutions in and they want hypnosis to help them with that. So I'm really usually busy around the new year. But right now I'm good about 2 weeks out.
What are some of the stranger things, or just maybe something you wouldn't think hypnosis can help for, kind of off the common list of things that people expect? Smoking, weight loss, anxiety. What is something that I'd be like, what? That helps
Performance.
performance. Okay.
Yes. So a lot of times, like athletes, my friend Joe Moon, who is a hypnotist here in Springfield, is actually specializes in athletic performance.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's very interesting. Cool. How long does a session take? Can you get everything you need in one? Do you need multiple sessions?
that's actually a yes and no question.
Okay.
So, smoking, I do in 1 3 hour session.
Wow.
Trauma takes more because trauma generally is very layered. Um, Small things like a phobia of flying or snakes is easy one session. So it really is a yes and no. Some of them will take. I mean, if you've been an alcoholic for 30 years, it's not going to go away in one session.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen anything unique come from the hypnosis that you didn't really expect?
Um, I have not personally experienced unique stuff. Anything like I would call unique. Most of mine's been just the basic stuff. I have heard stories
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. Okay. What else can you share? What else do people need to know about hypnosis?
um, give it a try. Don't be scared. There's lots of fun that can be had and lots of therapeutic stuff. So if you're scared to do the therapeutic stuff, start with the fun stuff.
And when you say fun stuff, you say comedy and stuff like what's that look like?
So comedy stage shows um, are just a blast, and people volunteer to go up there. The hypnotist hypnotizes the whole group and gets them to do silly things, dancing or um, my first experience with hypnosis, it was in my 20s at a coffee shop, and he did a comedy show, and my boss got up there and he convinced her that she lost her bird, and she went around going tweet tweet tweety, come back, come back.
Oh my goodness. So
So
everybody's
that,
in
yeah.
on it. It's a good time. Have you ever had a skeptic come
Oh
in
yes.
and
Oh
tell me
yes.
about that?
So like people are like, I can't be hypnotized, I'm too intelligent. Well, joke's on you. The more intelligent you are and the more imaginative you are, the easier it is.
Oh,
And my
interesting.
word of thumb is everyone can be hypnotized. It just depends on how much work I have to put in to get you there. And if
Okay.
you didn't get hypnotized, generally it's because you weren't either ready for it or the hypnotist wasn't skilled enough.
Okay. So there can be a level of resistance for an
Oh
just
yes.
but
Oh
if
yes.
yeah. And so if the client is resistant but persistent, it will eventually happen.
Um, so if the client is resistant, we have to find the source of the resistance because
Oh, you're locked up on me. Hold on. You muted your mic. There we go.
there, sorry.
Okay, so if they're
Yes.
resistant, we got to find the source of the resistance.
Yes, because secondary gain is an actual thing.
What's that mean?
Secondary gain is what you gain from keeping the problem.
Oh, okay.
Yes, secondary gain. So generally, like, okay, let's say someone is has a chronic illness
Okay.
and they come to me for pain relief.
Okay.
Um, and if they leave the session and their pain is relieved, and then all of a sudden they don't get that attention that they got before from the people in their life,
Oh,
yeah, secondary gain.
oh, goodness.
Yeah.
So, wow, to me, that seems like that would be happening in a lot of cases. Is that true? Is there a lot of things that you're like, oh, we've got to dig a little deeper?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Especially pain. The body knows. The body knows it. What the mind experiences, the body holds on to, and so like pain generally is something. And like acute pain is a little different, but chronic pain generally is something that you're holding on to, some sort of emotion.
Oh, goodness. Okay. What kind of knowledge do you have to keep up on? Is it always a one and done? Do you do refresher courses?
Oh, I'm constantly taking courses. Um, it's each hypnotist has their own little methods that they do things and the way they do things, and some of them work really well, and then they become teachers. And so I, at least once a year, go to a conference in Las Vegas for 2 weeks taking refresher courses and
Okay.
have fun too because it's a
Yeah.
bunch of hypnotists having fun together. But
Yeah. What kind of therapies do you like working on the best?
trauma,
Trauma? Why is
trauma,
that?
seeing the world healed is my goal. Spreading
Okay.
love and sunshine really is my
Yeah.
goal.
Is it difficult to sometimes take your work home with you? Does sometimes those emotional sessions, do they get to you, or are you able to, because you're healing, is that counteract it for you?
So there's a secret I'll tell you because I like you.
Okay.
The clients that come to me are the clients that I needed.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of times if they come to me and I start working through their problem, all of a sudden my problem will bubble and I'll heal my problem as well. It's
Okay.
really kind of neat that all of a sudden, ooh, I didn't realize that was a problem. Thanks.
So you're getting healing in the process too.
Yes, yes. And I drop into trance with them when I do it. So the emotional times, the emotional sessions, whatever, I'm able to um, drop into trance with them, help them heal, and then let it go when they're
Is anyone ever concerned with like safety? Does anybody ever get nervous that it's not safe?
well, no, it's completely safe. I've never had someone say they weren't safe. Now, I've had women say that they didn't feel safe in hypnosis with a man hypnotist, but that's just trauma based.
Okay.
It's not actual reality.
Okay. I think we've covered a lot. Did we cover what is the number one misconception about hypnosis?
Uh, that it's mind control.
Okay.
I mean, there there is a rearranging of your thought processes in there in part of it, but it's not mind control. I'm not going to make you murder somebody or give you me your bank account password because if I could do that, I would not be here.
I would not be doing any of this. People, I'd be on our beach kicking back.
Right, right, right. A couple mai tais, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to share about hypnosis that I haven't thought to ask?
I mean, wow, I think you covered it all. You did your research.
It's an interesting topic. If you ever want to come back and tell us more about it, come back. If you're listening and watching, you can go to Anna Ray Hypnosis on Facebook. I'll have it in the post that we put out. And thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Have a great day.
You too.